Population 1. A game I have slowly been losing my life to. It's been one of the funnest? It's been a pretty fun VR game that I've played hands down, especially in VR. If you're new to VR, it's extremely fun if you like battle royale games. Today we're going to be going over tips and tricks. These you might know because you've been playing for a while, or maybe you don't and you're new and you just want to know a little bit more about the game. First thing we're going to go over is sickness. If you're new, there's 3 different levels of vignette, which are low, medium, and high depending on your comfort level. After a few weeks of playing, you can even turn it off if you're comfortable. I don't recommend using snap turn either because it can be pretty jarring. I would recommend you to use your body to turn instead, just because it can be pretty jarring. Like I said, using the right thumbstick, it can kind of mess with your head a little bit, and that tends to lead to get you sick over time. Also, dropping out of the pod for the first time, I would just ride it all the way out to the bottom. Just if you get super sick in the beginning, just ride it out. Eventually you'll be able to T-pose and fly out once you're used to the motion sickness after a few weeks or months of playing. It takes a little bit of time, so just kind of ease into it. Next is use your map. To use your map, you hold down the left trigger. The map also lets you see how many enemies are left. You can drop waypoints. You can see where your team is at, and you can also see if your team members are down, if they're happen to be one of the assholes that don't like to use a mic. Also, when holding the map open, you can mute yourself or your team members. The reason I bring this up is because I've been streaming a lot lately, and I can mute myself when I'm talking to chat so I'm not annoying, or you can mute the kids screaming because their mom just canceled their WoW account. So if you're a streamer, this might help you out. I don't know. Communication can be a big deal, obviously, and sometimes you get somebody that doesn't like to talk, yet you can hear them deep throating their mic and just mouth breathing. But for those that want to be an ass and not use their mic, use your callouts by holding down the B button. By tapping and pointing, you can select a specific area to do a call out, or you can even mark guns and items by tapping B on the item, and it'll call it out for your team. Sodas and bananas. So a lot of you probably already know this, but just for the new people, for most of you that have already played, it's kind of a no-brainer, but I don't know, somebody out there might need this. Sodas heal you over a period of time, and bananas give you instant health. So sodas are fast to use when you're in need to pop one really quick, just by holding down the A button for your inventory and selecting the soda, then using the grab button on your right hand to pop that bad boy open and just tip it back. Bananas can be a pain at first, but you also use your grab button to peel it. You have to peel the whole thing and then shove that bad boy in your mouth. It takes a little bit more time, but you get instant health versus over time with sodas. For me, I typically like to use the sodas because when I'm out of zone taking damage, I'll pop one real quick and your health will typically stay where it's at, or until it runs out of the timer, obviously. Or I'll use it when I'm in a fight. I'll engage real quick, pop a soda, and then continue blasting. The bananas I use in like real oh shit situations, or I'm just trying to get my health up faster to continue fighting another squad that happens to be like pinching or something. Yeah, sodas and bananas. Tap A. I had a buddy struggling to climb for the first time playing the game, so I figured I'd put this in here. Tapping A will either take out or put away whatever your last item or gun was that you had out. So if you're still using 2 hands to climb, then you'll need to put your gun away. Just tap A, put it away, and then use both your hands to climb. This also leads into, if you're holding down A, you can select something in your inventory to also access the backpack. It's right at the bottom of the inventory. So you can also drop items and ammo to your squad. I know I've found a lot of people struggling figuring out how to drop items to people, so I figured I'd throw that in there with that too. Which brings me to one-handed climbs. It's all on the wrist, baby. You just flick it and you throw it down. You grab the wall, flick, throw downward, and just let go at the same time. It takes a little to get used to, but for some people, once you got it, you can just climb with your gun out now, or just cruise to the top pretty quick. Next thing is flying is faster. Flying is faster than just running on the ground, so if you need to get out of the storm or into the zone, just build up a couple walls real quick and then fly towards the zone, or just climb anything next to you and do the same thing. But you want to be careful. You don't want to go too high, or else you're going to just be a skeet target for another squad when you're flying into the zone. Next thing that leads into is building. Building is pretty essential when it comes to taking cover to snipe, to temporary block another squad from shitting on you from behind, or just trying to get out of a shitty situation in general. To build, you tap A to put your gun or item away, and then you use your right fire trigger to start building by tapping and letting go, just to place the walls. You can also remove the walls by holding the trigger down on the wall, and when it shows red, just let go and it'll remove the wall. Just keep in mind, you need to collect building materials along the way, or else you can't build anything. Next is flying and shooting. since we're talking about building, climbing, and then flying. Flying and shooting seems to be the best way to really confuse the shit out of somebody. Also, if you need to push a squad pretty quick to stop a res from happening, or just be a G in general, because man, it's satisfying when you freaking land some shots while you're flying and happen to take out like the last guy in the squad. While you're flying, you can have your gun out and shoot. Just remember to stay in the T-pose or else you'll fall when you didn't want to. It's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to whether you want to turn in real life as you're flying or if you just want to use the thumbstick to turn and navigate that way. But that's it for me, guys, with some basic tips for someone new coming into the game. If there's something I missed, please throw it down in the comments below to help some of these new peeps out. If it's a pretty good suggestion or tip, I'll just pin it to the channel. And yeah, peace, guys.
Yo, let's go, baby! Poggers! Yo, were you building stairs?
Yeah, dog.
Dude, what the f? He got some skill.
Thanks, dude.
I can barely aim in this shit, and you're over here building stairs.